Welcome back to Come On Ref Academy. I'm Sarge. Thank you for stopping by and checking out today's episode. Now, basketball season's right around the corner, so mentally and physically, we're all checking in and getting ready. So today, let's go over some court wisdom that is going to help you become better at making calls and stepping up your game. So today, we're going to be talking about how we deal with weak side curls, specifically starting at the center and that competitive matchup that curls in to the post and you're at trail. Now we're going to have a graph, a video, and a PCA graph layered, so you'll be able to see why it's important to be efficient at this and set the standard. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Take notes, find time after watching this film to share it with others because it's really important that we're all on the same page. All right, let's go. All right, let's look at the definition here of the center curl play. A play begins within the center official's primary coverage area, PCA, and subsequently involves a curling movement towards the lane. The trail official would possess the most advantageous perspective for officiating this particular play. Now, in this next diagram, in such instance, the trail official would assume primary responsibility for making calls related to the player A1's actions. So let's get right to it. This diagram will really give us a good look at what I am trying to share with you. All right, let's look at this diagram and give a better perspective on what we really want to do and emphasize here. So obviously, three-person crew. We have the center that has this particular players A1 and B2, competitive matchup, and everybody's in the right spot. So A1 is going to make a move and curl into the lane, and B2 drops down and initiates that foul. Now, this is where it's really, really important to realize that obviously we're going to have the lead close down, but trail needs to step in with the right angle and make this call. In the videos that are coming up, we're really going to be able to see this and be able to see our primary coverage area on the floor. Okay, let's look at this play. We're going to go through it a couple times. So the ball goes into the center and makes a curl, and the trail comes in and makes a really good call. Here's our primary coverage layout. So again, we get a good perspective on, yes, that is a good call. Now let's look at that slow motion and really break this down. So as you can see, center has this competitive matchup, good look on it, but trail is really acknowledging what's in front of him, but also off to the side, sees that ball go to the center, steps down, and realizes that's me. But most importantly, steps in. This is the biggest part, I think. And so he steps in, calls it. Let's look at this in the perspective of how do we get to this part in our game to be efficient and effective. One, pregame. Let's talk about this. I know sometimes nobody talks about anything, but if you're my crew, this will be a topic along with, full court pressure, positioning, and stuff like that. Just little details, just in regular conversations to get things on the right track. But when we look at this really comes down to where the trail is. Now, sometimes when you are, at trail, you'll see some people working at almost at the division line, not the 28. And so you can't make this call from that far out. You have to be in a position that gives some legitimacy, as you can see in this particular clip, to it. So being at the right spot, making that drop down, stepping toward the call, putting that hand up strong. And then secondly, where's the ball going out? He points, it's all confident and concrete, and we move on. All right. So emphasize this year. Focus on this. Be the person that steps up and says, listen, let's be efficient and effective on this curl. So again, I hope watching this these clips with the diagram of, our primary, you'll see that this is a really good tool to put in the toolbox to be good at what you do. So don't move away from it. Don't be afraid to call it. It really shows your veteran stripes. And if you're a new person, it really shows that you're watching film and educating yourself to become really good at what you do. All right. So again, as you can see, focusing on stepping in, stepping down, stepping in, putting the hand up, and making sure everybody knows where the ball's going. Be confident and have the knowledge to make this call. All right, that concludes today's episode. Listen, I really appreciate all the support. If this episode has helped you, or you know someone that it can help, make sure you share this episode. The better we are on the court as a crew, the more we are able to provide efficiency and excellence to the student athletes and the fans. So listen, the most important thing I want you to take away, we can solve a lot of problems in pregame. Don't be afraid to talk about things in pregame. I know when we get there, everybody's talking about life or whatever's going on, but make sure you set some time to talk about the important, essential parts of being on varsity basketball. Again, thank you for stopping by. Have a fantastic season. Stay tuned for more content. Have a good one.